Bruce.
Coach, when you look at San Jose's numbers, the last 4 games, they've given up 22 goals, and I know that's probably subjective, just getting back from the break and everything like that, and they've had some high-scoring affairs. But when you look at that number, it feels like it could be a chance for you guys to get your offense back on track.
Well, I would say, getting our offense back on track is largely up to us more than an opponent. And certainly, they've had some high scoring games here coming out of the break. But I also know that usually means that the team puts an emphasis then on defense and which I'm sure, I know they practiced yesterday. I'm sure that's something that they emphasize. So, through the course of the season, they're a good defensive team. They've been a team that has good defensive success in most of their different systems that we track. So, there'll be a challenge like every other. We got to make sure that we do a good job of shooting pucks when we have opportunities to shoot pucks. We had 3 2-on-1s, 2 in the first 4 minutes of the game the other night that we didn't get a shot off. And, that can change the whole story of the game if you score on those. So we got to shoot more when we have the opportunities to shoot. We got to make sure that we cross in front of the goalie's eyes and that we're hard at the net. And if we do those things, I'm not as concerned about the opponent. Yep.
Ted Colfin.
Hey, Jeff, I guess segueing that, are you guys, you've been through this a lot of years. Are you guys kind of leery when a team like San Jose, I guess, played fairly poorly Sunday or whatever? Does that make them a little bit more of a dangerous team coming in here then?
I think they were in a 2-goal game. We were we got beat 5-1. So I'm not sure that I guess I would ask their coaching staff the same thing. I think ultimately I know their game they got down early, but they also fought back. I think if they have a sour taste in their mouth, so do we. So you got a chance of probably see 2 ordinary teams tonight, but that's good.
Have you guys heard anything more about the rescheduled games yet or anything?
Nope, I haven't heard anything. Nor have I really looked into it, to be honest with you. We know what's ahead of us, and I think in our world, you live kind of a day to day, week to week, and we'll see. Whenever they schedule them, we'll play them.
Sounds good. That's all I need.
Yep.
Max Boltman.
I'm actually got that.
Okay. Trevor Thompson.
Blashill, talk about 2 ornery teams out there right now. From the standpoint of hanging around that wild card spot right now, not wanting to slip away. How important is it to stop the bleeding here?
Yeah, I'm less concerned. I don't look. I don't spend hardly any time looking at the standings through most parts of the year. You can look a little bit later in the year and all that. I let others do that. Like for me, it's more about how we're playing. We try to judge ourselves in those 5-game segments I've talked about before. We got a chance. We got to win 2 games to win the segment. So to do that, you got to win tonight. I think we got to play good hockey. I thought. Against Washington, we were good defensively. We didn't create enough against Boston. We weren't good enough defensively. We didn't create enough. So we got to find a way to be good defensively and create a little bit more. To me, that's the number one focus more than anything else. Is there urgency for this game? Absolutely, there's urgency for this game. But again, I've talked about this. Like we got to be a team that has that elite urgency every night. And so the standings don't mean a whole lot to me right now. More about how we're playing in trying to win our segments.
By ornery, then, is that what you mean? The sense of urgency being ramped up?
Yeah, both teams, probably played games that they thought were poor the last game, and we're coming off 2 losses. We haven't been good enough over the last 10 probably, and we got to find ways to get a win here, and really that's our focus.
Dan Rusanowski from the Sharks. Just wanted to ask about working with these talented kids like Sider and Raymond in this atmosphere. You have to do that at the NHL level. How do you alter your message during the year with guys like that to make sure that they stay on the course that they are with the talent that they have?
Yeah, I think development is something that you do at every level, and certainly winning and losing matters tons in the NHL. We certainly get that, but we also know that we're in a position where it's critical that we're developing our players. And I wouldn't just leave that to young players, but all of our players. I think every player starts the year and wants to be better at the end of the year. With regards to our young players and probably specifically to Moritz and Razor, ultimately we want them to reach their fullest potential. I think both guys have potential to be great players. And so we're going to make sure that we're telling them when they're doing it right on that path to that type of greatness, and when they're doing it wrong, when they get off that path to that type of greatness. And obviously most times in most games you do a little bit of both. And we give them the examples of when they're doing it right. We show them that, and we give them the examples of when they're doing it wrong and what they need to be better at. And we try not to overload them with too much, but try to keep the message clear and work on a couple things or a thing at a time that we want them to improve at and then move to the next one.
All right, those are all the questions we had this morning for Coach Blashill. Thanks everyone for joining us.